Welcome to the ThePewterCast. My name is Brent Allen, and I am your host. I am here solo just for this brief introduction to the show of what you guys are going to hear. And this is part of our off-season tour. Ren and I got to literally stop at Raymond James Stadium for the official 2018 Tampa Bay Buccaneers Draft Party. Now, we know that lots of our friends weren't able to come to Raymond James, or maybe you were at your own draft party or somewhere out there. So what we were able to do, we were able to go there. We were able to walk around. We got everywhere. We did everything that the draft party had to offer, and we were able to take our recording equipment. And what you're going to hear is, one, it's a little scattered. I'm just going to be honest with you, because we were in so many different places, recording in different places. And that's another thing you're going to hear, is you're going to hear us kind of jump around. So the background noise is probably going to be different at each place that we stop. But, hey, that's just part of what it is to be out at a live party. And we're watching the draft. And so these are kind of our real-time reactions. And we'll kind of try to describe for you what was happening around us to really put you in Raymond James Stadium for the 2018 Tampa Bay Draft Party. So we hope you guys enjoy this episode. It's coming to you live right after round one of the 2018 draft. All right, Ren, we are currently on the field here at Raymond James Stadium.
We are in the south end zone? We're sitting in the south end zone, the field.
No, this would be the north end zone. Because my parking lot's right back. No, wait. I don't know. We're across from the pirate ship. We're not underneath the pirate ship. We're across the pirate ship. So whichever. Well, let's hear it. That's west. That's east. Yeah, so you're right. We're in the south.
Thank you.
We're in the south.
That took a lot longer than it should have.
Ren's feeding me beer, and I'm a lightweight.
Brent's a sailor. Well, the stars aren't out yet, so.
Ren, we're here at Raymond James Stadium at the official Buccaneers Draft Party. Mm-hmm. We're kind of exploring some stuff. We promised the Buccaneers. By the way, shout out to Brooke and Alan that work with the Buccaneers, who hooked us up and helped us get in the stadium with the gear that's not normally allowed and stuff, to be able to record here tonight, to bring you guys, our listening audience, into the stadium for the draft party that we have here. So we've gotten to experience some things already here, Ren.
We have, and before we get there, we're in the end zone, and it's almost like a giant tailgate. Like, they're surprisingly lenient. Like, everyone got to bring in footballs, and people are throwing the footballs on the field. Like, if I would have known, I would have brought the football.
Do you think these guys brought footballs, or they were provided from the Buccaneers?
No, they brought them. I saw people bring them, because you bring them in, you're like, I'm going to get this autographed because we've seen Riley Bulla. Yeah. We've seen Patrick O'Connor.
Who?
Patrick O'Connor.
Who?
He signed my shirt.
He did. You are not wearing some other man's name on the back of your shirt.
That is correct.
Or are you?
It's a toss-up, because I'm definitely not the only O'Connor out there. I thought it'd be funny if you listen to past podcasts. My aversion to wearing a shirt with another grown man's name across the back. Which, if that's your thing, that's fine. Like, I don't look down on people that do that. It's just something. It's just like a pet peeve of mine. I just don't. I'll wear a T-shirt with the Bucs on it. And it's what I'm doing, and I saw Patrick O'Connor, and I thought it'd be hilarious. I told Brent, I'm going to go get him to write his last name across the back of my shirt and sign it, because now I'm wearing but it's still me.
And the first words you said when we walked away from him was, he just ruined my shirt.
He just ruined my shirt, because it looks terrible. I haven't tweeted out the picture yet. I'm looking for Patrick O'Connor's Twitter handle. Yeah. So I can be like, at Patrick O'Connor, you've ruined my shirt. You owe me $0, because I got it for free at training camp last year. Sincerely. Even though it was my idea and made you do it. But they were really nice. Like Riley and Pat were bros now.
Yeah.
They were really nice. Like
Just cut his hair. Riley Bullock cut his hair.
That's old news. Yeah. But he looks a lot better. He really
looks a lot better. I know that it's old news, but to see it in person,
right,
brings it all new afresh. You know. So, all right, Ren, this is an audio podcast, so we're going to have to kind of describe for our listeners, the people who are in Ohio and Alaska, and our listeners down in Panama and China and Korea and all the different places across the world people are listening to the PewterCast. Let's describe for them what we're seeing right now.
All right. Well, we are in the south end zone, and down here is a beer garden, the Miller Lite Beer Garden. There's also cornhole. There appears to be cornhole all over the field itself. They've pulled up the goalposts.
Yeah.
They took out all the benches.
Oh, they have? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, goalposts are gone. Goalposts are gone.
The end zone bleachers are like pushed up underneath.
Well, that's the first
stadium.
few rows.
Yeah,
the first
like
few rows.
4 rows, I guess.
They're folded up a little bit. So we probably would not actually be on the field, but everyone's on the field. They have painted the emblem, the logo in the middle of the field, and they have that roped off.
It is stanchioned off, yeah. So don't walk on the emblem.
But they got life size.
Hey, we're up on the billboard, on the big board.
Where?
Look underneath. It says the PewterCast right there. See it right there.
There we are.
We're right in the middle. We are looking at the big jumbotron. Brent and Ren, a picture with the PewterCast right there in the middle of the jumbotron. That's very cool.
Yeah, it worked. Hashtag, what was it?
Hashtag Go Bucs.
Hashtag Go Bucs.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get up there. And we did.
We did.
We got a picture of Captain Fear earlier after he knocked the hat off my head. He blindsided me.
Yeah.
I haven't been here 5 minutes.
He came right up behind you and knocked the hat off your head.
Yeah.
You didn't even know what was going on.
No.
I watched the whole thing happen. It was hilarious.
I thought, it was somebody, I knew.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was Captain Fear.
One of our loyal listeners.
Yeah, or a friend. I have a couple of those that don't listen.
So, Ren, it is pandemonium out here. Okay, no, not really.
Here.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people here, but like I said, it's just the field's open. The lines are out, not the hash marks, but every 5 yards are lined. The end zones are lined. It doesn't say Buccaneers in the end zone itself, but they're pumping. I think it's the NFL Network through the jumbotron, through the new sound system. Then on the smaller sideboards, it has all the picks scrolling through. What will be, and there's highlights about all the players. So, there's a lot going on. And then since Brent is a season pass member, is that what you call it? Season ticket holder?
Yeah,
but in the club.
Yeah.
We got to go up there. That's where we met Patrick O'Connor and Riley Bullock. But we're in there, and that's where 98 Rock's doing their draft party up there. Free soda, free popcorn.
For those of us in the club.
For those in the club, yeah. Exclusive.
Yeah.
Those are,
And that's okay. We're not the cool guys in the club. They get the full buffet and everything handed to them.
Yeah, there was a couple of VIP parties.
We're like the
there.
schlubs in the club.
Yeah, but I took a peek and it was like chicken fingers and hot dogs. But still, how much? I wonder what that ticket costs and how many hot dogs you'd have to eat to sort of break even.
It's a good question. So,
but we didn't see the locker room.
So I was gonna say, we'll get to that. We did get to go through the locker room here at the draft party.
First time the public was allowed.
Yeah, could not take drinks in there.
No.
Food.
No, had to put down our free popcorn and soda.
But we got to go through. They kind of brought us in the back door a little bit, the room where they do the post game press conferences.
The tunnel you enter in is where the visiting team comes out of. If you've ever been to Rage or I've seen it, maybe you've seen it on TV, visiting tunnel come out of. And then you go through there, and we saw that. And then, when you come out through where the Bucs come out.
Yeah.
And they actually have the fog going, so you can,
You know what surprised me about the locker room when we were in there? It looks pretty much exactly like what you see on the video screens when they have cameras in the locker room.
It didn't add 30 pounds. It didn't look slimmer in real life.
It didn't add 30 locker spaces.
Yeah, no.
But it's cool. They had a handful of players. Their lockers kind of staged.
Stage lockers.
And, it's the big names that you would expect. Yeah. Gerald and Jameis and Levante. And
it's just like a jersey, pants, and a helmet.
Yeah, there's some pads in there, too.
Oh, yeah, and shoulder pads.
Cleats.
And that was it. Yeah, it was cool to see the space. It is big. the big, once again, logos in the carpet are nice.
Shout out to the pregnant lady who works for the Buccaneers that was in there hollering at everybody.
Yeah, for that poor girl, we were in there, 10 minutes? And I think we heard her run through her speech twice.
Yeah, 3 times, easy.
Her jokes, I'm just like, oh, man, she's got to... Hope she gets some relief, because that's like 8 hours.
Yeah. But it was cool. You can go to the PewterCast Twitter feed. That's at the PewterCast, and you can check out some of the pictures that we took while we were in there. One of the things that I thought was kind of neat is they have like a whiteboard up on the wall that details out like by the minute when people are supposed to be on the field or back in the locker room or back out for a coin toss or
on game day.
On game day, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good hour and a half, 2 hour breakdown of if you're this position, you're supposed to be here. If you're that position, you're supposed to be here. This is what we're doing, and then. I took a picture, and it'll be up there. I haven't really examined it, but it was, it's as organized as you would hoped it would be.
Well, Ren, we are here. We are about 37 minutes away from the draft. Lots of people here, lots of friends here. We're going to jump off here and kind of go experience some more. We'll be back later. We'll probably do, when you guys are listening to this, it'll probably be like a jump cut to the next time. Whenever we say, hey, let's sit down and talk for a few minutes.
The background noise will be totally different.
Yeah, probably, but it's okay.
We're starting to get a lot of stares.
Yeah, we are. We already had somebody come up and try to talk to us. I don't know if we're going to fit that in somewhere or not.
Who, the Boomer Sooner?
No. The Boomer Sooner?
No.
Yeah, probably
She wanted to draft Baker Mayfield so she could come see him because she lived right up the road.
Right.
And I said, well, Gerald McCoy's on the team.
Right. But she loves Baker.
But she loves Baker.
All right.
She's my boy.
All right.
Oh, and then she corrected herself, said man.
All right. Well, we're going to go experience this draft party. I think, Bren, we're going to head over to the pirate ship.
Life-size beer pong on the
table.
Go.
Life-size, real?
I see it.
Where?
The kids over there, right there.
They're all under 21 playing life-size beer pong. No way.
Yeah.
They've added defense to the game.
Yeah, you noticed that.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, we're going to go check out the ship because we get to go up there. There's a special pass holder event going on up there, so we're going to check that
free
out.
Popcorn, free soda.
We'll check back in with you guys throughout the course of the night as we really, count down to the number 7 pick. And who knows, Ren, we might not even be picking at number 7.
No, we could be picking at 2.
We could be picking at 22.
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
All right, Ren, well, here we are. The Browns are on the clock for the first pick of the 2018 NFL Draft. We're sitting in the stands. You hear them talking. Speakers are right over our heads.
But
the draft is live, buddy.
We're ready to go. Everybody's waiting. What are the Browns going to do?
I don't know. I don't care. I got 6 picks unless we trade. So,
But it is a nice view. I mean, it's a great night. They have taken the stanchions down around the logo.
It turns out that was just for the cheerleaders to go out and do a little dance on.
Cheerleaders did a little dance, which I understand, there's beer pouring. You gotta keep some type of barrier between them. But as soon as they were finished, they took it down. It looks like a Saturday night in a small town. Everyone out at the lake watching a movie or something.
Yeah, because there's people that are just camped out on the field right now.
Everyone's just sitting down on the field.
Yeah, I mean, you almost expect to see camp chairs, except they're not going to allow those on the field.
No. Next year they should allow blankets, though.
I wonder if they do allow blankets. I wonder if you could do that. If you fit it in your little bag, you bring it with you, you probably could do that.
I think so.
Yeah, that's good radio. People like listening to us theorize about blankets on the field. However, guys, this is it. We might periscope the Bucs pick, provided we actually pick at 7.
I don't think so.
I might.
Why?
Just to show people what's going on.
They know what's going on. They're watching the draft wherever they are.
No, the draft, but I'm talking about the crowd.
Yeah, you don't have to periscope it. Just record it.
Okay, we can do that.
But we do have 2 bits of news. We ran into Stevie Tuigolavatu.
Yeah.
Got our picture with him. He was out on the field. Anger was out on the field. Brian Anger.
Yeah.
Out on the field. Ward, Lambert was out there. We saw Tuigolavatu. We saw Leonard Wester was out there.
Yep.
So we've seen...
but we got to talk to Stevie T for just a minute.
Right. Which was the most interesting part, because you said that we should ask him about... Because the story was well reported on how he lived in a van after he graduated from BYU, and then before he got to USC, him and his wife sort of traveled around in Southern California in their van.
Right.
All right, so we asked him, like, did you give Joe Hawley any pointers?
Because he's now living in a van.
Because he's now living in a van. And he said no, but interesting enough, he said he wants to do that. So
Well, no, back that up. He didn't just say no. He said, oh, yeah, I heard he was doing that. Like, he didn't really know.
Right.
Like, he's never had a conversation with the man before in his life. Like,
well, I mean, the season was over before, it's not like he...
Yeah, but Stevie T was around all year, though.
Yeah, but Joe Hawley didn't decide this until after the season was over.
I get
and he
okay,
retired.
Fair enough.
Not besties, for
fair
God's
enough.
sake. But he did say that, he wants to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to pack up the van with him and his wife and his dog and travel around. He liked it a lot. But he was really nice.
Yeah.
But the most interesting thing I think that's happened since last time we checked in, Browns are still on the clock. Hi-oh, one beer. Just over about 2.5 minutes left. They haven't picked yet. You ran into Ryan Jensen in the restroom.
In the restroom.
I'm spitting popcorn.
I was peeing next to Ryan Jensen.
All right. Did not take a selfie.
I reached over to shake his hand. No, I did not. But yeah, so it's when we finished, we were actually at the sink washing our hands, and I looked over at him and I said, "Man, I'm so glad you're here." And I said, we run
I can't wash my hands without another grown man next to me.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here right now in this moment. No. And he said, thanks, man. And I told him, I was like, hey, listen, we run a podcast, and, we've been talking about since really before the season ended. Your name has been one that's kind of cropped up, here and there. So, and what you meant, I mean, you were the number one free agent pick that we were gunning for anyway. So, he was cool. And he said tomorrow they close on their house.
Right.
So he's got a house, and I asked him, I was like, or I didn't ask him, I told him, I was like, I always wondered how that worked. Do you guys rent where you go from town to town, or do you buy? And he's like, if it was just a 2-year contract, I probably would have rented, but it's a 4-year contract, so we're going to buy. We'll be here.
How many of those years are guaranteed? That's what you should have said.
I don't know. I don't have his contract right in front of me. I don't care, because as far as I'm concerned, Ryan Jensen's here for at least the next 4 years, if not more. Breaking news right now, of course, by the time you guys listen to it, you already know, but Cleveland Browns did not trade out of the first round, or at least out of the first pick. They have their pick in. Let's see what's happening.
Saquon Barkley.
You think it's Barkley?
I hope it is. Like I said in the last pod,
Baker Mayfield? That's been the big rumor, that they're looking at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
Everybody knows this.
The Browns have not won a playoff game since 1994.
Something that we should probably talk about.
Yeah.
How there has been a couple of dickheads that are wearing third-party jerseys here.
Yeah.
At the draft, at Ray J Stadium. It's not like we're at Hooters.
Right.
Right. We're at Ray J Stadium.
Right.
And people are walking around.
Let's see who the pick is, and then I'm going to comment on that.
Saquon Barkley.
Baker Mayfield.
No, There it is. Now.
People are cheering. People are saying they're stupid. Somebody is crying behind me. People are laughing right now. People are cheering and fist bumping that the Browns took Baker Mayfield.
Where's Boomer Sooner? Where's Dawn?
We should go find her.
Dawn from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Sorry, Dawn. He's not coming.
I guess she's moving to Cleveland.
Yeah. So here's the deal. That whole jersey thing, Ren, would not bug me as much. Oh, it would bug me. But in the emails that we received from the Buccaneers, they said no opposing team gear allowed.
Right.
They specifically said that. Now, of course, I don't know if everybody got that. I don't know how they enforced that, but that's something they told us. But, I don't know. Like right now, there's a guy wearing a Vikings jersey down there. There's a lot of Giants jerseys in the stands.
So
Redskins, Cowboys have been out there. Steelers have been around. There's a Browns jersey right over there, Ren. Maybe that's Bengals. I don't know. Some weird Ohio orange color.
Could be creamsicle.
Yeah. No, that's anyway. But anyway, that is something that's going on. People wearing opposing team jerseys at our draft party.
Yeah.
That's a dick move. It's a PG-13 show, but that's a dick move.
It's definitely a JV move. JV move.
Yeah, it's not cool. So. All right, well, with that, I don't know, you got anything else or... You want to wait till the next pick?
No, I don't think we should wait for the next. Who's on the clock? Saquon Barkley and the Giants? No, everyone's going to know what happened and what's going on. They're going to have their own opinions about it. So
right.
Yeah, we figured we're sitting down, we're settled in, here to watch the draft.
For the record, if anybody, not that anybody's curious, but I'll say that we are essentially in the seats, like my season ticket seats, just on the other side of the stadium.
This is correct.
It's like, so the whole stadium is backwards to me right now from what I'm used to, but
I hope you can adapt.
Yeah. These seats are way more cushy than mine, but way less leg room.
Life isn't fair, Brent.
I know. All right. This has gotten boring. I'm going to sign off. The edit button works great.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
All right, Red. Well, this is going to be take 2 because we already had a big conversation with the record button not pressed, but it is now pressed.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You can check it right there. It is solid red light.
Does that mean recording?
That means recording.
Does that mean that
flashing red light means it's on standby. Podcast behind the scenes. All right, let's get it. The Indianapolis pick is in. We were just talking about the idea that the Indianapolis Colts might actually be our first trade of the night, but that's not the case.
Right.
And this was a fast deal. We have moved spaces. We don't have the speakers directly over our head right now.
That's correct.
So that's helpful. And here comes the commissioner. The Bucs are about to be on the clock, Ren.
Right. This pick was so fast, this is probably Quentin Nelson.
You think so?
It was just so quick.
Uh-oh. You guys might hear me start crying live.
The Indianapolis Colts select Quentin Nelson.
Oh. Indianapolis Colts selected Quentin Nelson.
So,
the big 3 are gone.
And only 2 quarterbacks went.
Oh,
and
man.
The big 3 are gone.
What
happened? What happened?
All right, so Derwin James, is that what we're saying now?
I
mean, that's what everybody else seems to be saying.
I'm still hoping for a trade back, but there's still 2 quarterbacks left. So
yeah. You think we could go quarterback?
No, we won't go quarterback. What I'm saying is, like, there's not one quarterback left, which makes, like, a team that's a quarterback needy below us, like the Cardinals, the Bills, the Dolphins,
right.
Possibly even the Patriots.
Well, you hear the crowd around us starting to cheer. The Buccaneers are on the clock. The crowd is kind of heading over towards the opposite part of the stadium from where we're sitting right now, Ren, to go be live on TV as part of the celebration whenever they pick whomever this guy is going to be. A lot of people will probably be genuinely excited. A lot of people will just be cheering.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not a TV guy. I've never been a TV guy.
I got to be honest, not being Quentin Nelson or Bradley Chubb, one of those 2 guys, I'm kind of like, I don't want to say that I'm not excited, just those were the 2 guys that I really wanted.
It's been a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. Because it was all like they're supposed to fall to it. We were just talking about that when we didn't have the record button pressed. But when I didn't have the record button pressed. But, you know, the fact that these guys, we were talking the high likelihood of one of the 3 falling, and turns out none of them did.
None of them did. And it's not a shock, really.
No.
Yeah, most people didn't think they'd be here. I can guarantee that no one had Denzel Ward going 4.
Right.
But,
probably the surprise of the draft right now.
Right.
Well, I don't know. What's a bigger surprise, that the Browns took Baker Mayfield, or that
Denzel Ward, or the Browns
took Denzel Ward?
The Browns or the Browns? What a shock! The Browns have a big surprise on draft day. I would have to say Denzel Ward. There was rumors, you talked about it earlier, before the draft started, last time we were talking, that, he was rumored to be that the Browns really liked him. The whole, like, Josh Allen and Sam Darnold thing was a big smokescreen, and they really wanted Baker Mayfield the whole time. That came to be true. But Denzel Ward, I mean, that was right out of left field. Well,
I mean, we talked about on our pre-draft show how
that 7
there's
might
not
be
really
high.
a cornerback that is worthy of such a high pick right now, of 7.
Yeah,
we have 4.
Yeah, exactly. But we're not scouts. What do we know? But that seemed to be the overall consensus to most.
Well, I think what one of the guys said, and I don't follow the Browns well enough to know, but their new GM up there, whatever his name is, the old guy,
Dorsey.
He said the 2 things they're looking for is a quarterback and a cornerback. Those are their top 2 needs, and that's what they got. So it probably shouldn't be a surprise if people actually just took them at their word. But this is draft season. Who actually takes people at their word?
Jesus.
There you go.
There you go.
So one thing we'll be able to report live is Stevie Tuikolavatu's reaction when he hears who his new teammate will
Where is
be.
he at? He's still on the
He's
field?
right there. He's right where we took a picture with him.
I don't know where that was.
Right
oh,
there.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, which is great radio for people to.
Yeah, look, you see
I'm
him?
pointing.
You see?
Can
yeah.
you guys see?
No.
Can you guys
to
see?
the left.
No, over there.
No, you're looking in the wrong spot. No. Check your blind spots. It's in the rearview mirror. There he is.
Right now, people are pressing fast forward.
Like, right?
Get to.
And by the
pick.
time they listen to this, they're already going to know what the pick is.
Well, sure they are.
So
Sure they are.
This is terrible podcasting.
It's dead air, Ren. That's what this is called.
It's called dead air.
We're just. This is what it's like being a Buccaneer fan. We're just waiting. The Bucs are on the clock. They need to make the damn pick. It's 3 minutes left on the clock.
Trade.
Do something.
Trade.
Okay, what are if the Bucs pick right now? What are the chances that they trade back into the first round? Once they make this trade, can I go home?
If they make this trade now, they're still going to have a pick in the first round. Possibly two.
No, if they make this pick right now, what are the chances they trade back into the first round later tonight?
0. They don't have the capital. Well, I shouldn't say 0, but...
Oh, here it is. It is a trade.
Yes!
It is a trade. The Bills acquired the 7th overall pick from the Buccaneers.
I knew you wouldn't let me down. I love you, Jason Light.
By the way, people around us cheering.
Oh, yeah, everyone's
Lots
cheering.
of people around us cheering.
The smart
Let's
ones
hear
are.
what the trade is.
You're not going anywhere, by the way. So we get 12 and 22, hopefully, and a third. That's what I'm hoping for.
You think the Bills parted with 2 first-rounders?
Yeah, man, it's a quarterback. When you trade for a quarterback, you gotta look at it this way. They're not parting with 2 first-rounders. They're trading 2 for 1.
Okay, so was this the plan? Jason Light talked about how there's 7 guys that they want to talk to.
Right.
There's 7 guys they'd be happy with.
Right.
But the top 3 are gone, so we're trading out of the first, or we're trading down.
Well, you got to see what this trade is, though.
Who's the best player right now?
Oh, wait, I thought that was the trade. I'm like, 9 and 7. Like, what? 9th round, 7th round? What is going on?
Yeah, they just put up the Bills' record and stats from last year. It kind of looked like it was details of what the pick is.
Okay, the Bills pick is in. Okay, you think it's who do you think it is, Rosen or Allen?
I don't care. It's not the Bucs. I really just don't care.
I bet the Bills screw this up and go with Allen.
Derwin James.
No, they take Ronald Jones from USC.
All right, so can we at least presume that the Bucs now at least have the 12th pick?
Oh, for sure. This is what I'm thinking, and by the time you listen to this, if I'm wrong or not. It's the 12th to 22, and I'm hoping for another second, but probably their third.
Oh, there goes Stevie T. Sorry, we won't see his reaction.
Is he leaving? Where is he going?
Yeah, he's going in the locker room.
Stevie T!
Wave to me, you big Samoan.
Took his jersey off.
Took off his colors.
Man. You get the feeling he just doesn't wear his jersey everywhere he goes, huh?
Yeah, with his name on the back. Unlike me now.
Damn it. All right, so the Bears are on the clock, but what the hell is the trade?
We'll get it.
I care way less about what this pick is.
Here we go.
And way more what the trade is.
We are live streaming Brent twittering right now.
To the Buffalo Bills.
The Bills select.
With the 7th
Everyone already knows.
2018 NFL Draft.
Derwin James.
Buffalo Bills select
Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yep. Boom.
Wyoming.
Would that have been funny
He's wearing
if...
crushed velvet. What a bold fashion choice, young man.
Would that have been funny to you at all if...
They went and got like Vita Vea or something?
No, if he went up there and he said... And Kamish said... The Bills select Josh Allen.
Rosen. And they both stand up like, who? Which one? Huh?
Who?
I tell you what, Josh Rosen, he's not camera friendly. He's just kind of a sour guy.
Josh Rosen?
Yeah. Every time I see him on the screen, he's
But
just
Josh Allen is a handsome dude, especially in that red velvet suit he's got on.
He's got crushed velvet, man. He's like sexual chocolate, but not sexual chocolate. From, was it Coming to America?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Crushed velvet, sexual chocolate. That's where I went with it.
One of Eddie Murphy's like 6 roles in that movie.
Yeah. Talented man, Eddie Murphy.
All right, so this goes to show you just how much I care. So last week, took the family to Disney World.
Yeah.
We ate at a fancy restaurant that had a
Disney
big
World?
aquarium in it. Yeah,
Okay.
at Epcot. Coral Reef, great restaurant, by the way, if you're ever over there. Big aquarium in there.
Disney, if you actually sit down and don't get your food cafeteria style. Disney has really good
Excellent
cuisine.
food.
They
Excellent
do.
food.
They really do.
And
You're
we
paying
ordered
for it.
I ordered lobster bisque,
Nice.
which is nice. We're yeah. Anyway, lobster bisque, and the guy was just having trouble, so I called him over, and
guy? What guy?
the waiter.
Okay.
And he's like, is there a problem? I said, well, and I totally went to that Coming to America joke at the end of Coming to America. And I said,
Taste
well,
the
I've
soup.
got a problem with the soup. And he's like, well, what is that? I said, go ahead and taste it. And he says, well, what's exactly as it happened in the movie. He said, well, what's wrong? I said, well, give it a taste and you tell me. And he goes, I can't taste your food. I said, no, go ahead, just give it a taste.
I'm
It'll be
giving you
fine.
permission.
And he's like, okay, well, where's the spoon? And I said, aha. And he goes, oh, he didn't get it.
He's probably
He
too
had
young.
no clue.
He's probably too young.
No clue what I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably too young. At least hopefully.
Do we know what the hell the trade was yet?
No.
Here, let's look online.
No, don't ruin it.
I'm not going to ruin it.
Yes, you
According to Rick Stroud, he says that
Height, weight, speed.
as soon as we hear the trade, but shoot, can't we just cut off now? Everybody knows what the trade is.
it says we get 12th and 2 second-round picks.
Oh, so they keep their 28th?
Who was the coach, the defensive coordinator?
Let's see.
It was Sean McDermott. Where did the GM come from? Carolina. There were 4
Man, I wanted both first rounders.
Yeah. I didn't think the Bills would give up both. But, hey, listen, if we now have 3 wait,
That's three
we got
second-
2 second. Wait, the Bills had 2 second-round picks too?
I don't know. Because is it 2 second rounders, like one this year and one next year?
I don't know. Haven't.
Because I wouldn't be too happy with that. Actually, I would, but I'm just, it's a letdown from 2 firsts and a second this year. Go.
There we go.
7th overall pick and a 7th rounder this year. And then we get both their second rounders and their 12th, which everyone already knows.
So that's Jason Light
So that 7th
not
round,
getting a third-round pick like he wanted, but adding 2 more second-round picks, which is even better.
for moving back 5 spots and probably getting Derwin James. Because the Bears are going linebacker.
Yeah. All right, I don't think I want to stay on this all the way till the 12th pick.
Oh, God, no. Okay, so let's just recap before we cut off. Let's recap what it is.
Okay.
So I always say that word wrong, compensatory pick that the Bucs got this year for losing people in free agency, the 7th rounder, second to last pick in the draft, by the way. They send that to Buffalo. Then the first round pick, which is number 7, send that to Buffalo, who they took it's Bo Allen. I've been calling him Josh Allen. His name's Bo Allen. Isn't
Right.
it? No, Bo Allen's our guy. It's Josh
Bo Allen's
Allen.
our guy. Josh Allen's our guy, yeah.
People are like going, shut up, Ren.
People are yelling at you right now.
So they took Allen out of Wyoming, and then the Bucs received the Bills' 12th pick and both of their seconds, which I think said 53 and 55.
Right.
So now the Bucs.
So those are a little bit later second-round picks, though.
Yeah, but now the Bucs have 4 picks in the top 55.
Without giving up any draft
They got
And we got JPP.
JPP. And there you go. And we got JPP.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off. We'll be back with you when the Bucs pick is actually going to happen.
Maybe. Is the red light on?
Yes, now it is on.
Excellent.
Ass.
It's only like the 4th time you've done it to me.
All right, Bucs fans. Well, we are back. The
Today.
10th pick has just been made. Josh Rosen. Raiders trade down Ren. We are now at the 11th pick. We'll see what happens here with Miami in 6 minutes. And then the Bucs are back on the clock.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed about, not getting Buffalo's first or both of their first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
I wanted both the first rounds in a second. We ended up getting one of their first rounders in 2 seconds, and then we moved down 5 spots. Then the Cardinals switched with the Raiders. The Raiders moved down 5 spots. They get a 3rd and a 5th.
Yeah.
So,
And I believe that third
and you're wrong.
is next year. You think I'm wrong?
I think you're wrong.
Okay. I was trying to search it out on the internet, and that's what I saw real quick, but I could be wrong.
And you saw O.J. Howard going to the Bucs, and you told me. Flashback last year.
Uh-huh. So,
Just kidding. But anyway, what I want to get to that I think Jason Light got a much better haul, even though it was a few, it was a few.
it's a much better haul.
Yeah, but 2 seconds in the 12th for moving down 5 spots is a lot better than a third and a fifth. I mean, a fifth, that guy might not even make the team.
That doesn't even compare.
Yeah, it doesn't even compare.
That doesn't even compare. Now, here's the thing, Ren, and you and I were just kind of discussing this off air, so let's discuss it again now.
All right.
Jason Light moves down 5 spots. Mm-hmm. Probably is still going to get the guy that he would have taken otherwise at 7.
Right, that's what we were talking about. Brent looks up and well, who is he targeting now? And I look at him like, the same people he was targeting at 7.
Yeah.
Mika Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, Vita Vea.
Right.
Geis.
Right.
Geis is still out there.
Yeah.
Geis is still out there. Sony Michel's still out there. I'm not sure what their what that medical crap was about earlier, if it's true or not.
Knee, yeah.
I haven't really been a lot on Twitter today. I've tried to stay off.
Yeah.
So that's what's another great thing about it. Besides being at the same 2, you're probably drafting the same guys. Who's gone? A linebacker? Didn't need him. Rosen? Didn't need him.
Yeah.
Who else went?
I don't know, but the Dolphins their pick is in.
So we're about to be on the clock.
Right.
Niners took a tackle.
Yeah, the Buccaneers right now, as we're recording, are officially on the clock. Of course, you guys will know who the Bucs take or if they trade yet again.
I hope they keep trading and they just trade out of the first round altogether, never make a pick. So you have to drive home to Jacksonville and get there
nothing.
With like 4 in the morning.
Oh my God.
With nothing resolved whatsoever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'll just ride with you just to cackle the whole way.
Yeah, there you go.
In the passenger seat.
If you're riding with me, then you're editing the show together.
Sure.
But
at least I'll have the record button. Kidding. That's the last time I make a record joke.
I just checked to make sure the record button was on again. So, yeah, anyway, here's the deal. Whoever the Dolphins pick right now could be a quarterback. Is it possible it's a quarterback at this point? All 4 are gone. The big 4 are gone.
The only guy really worth left drafting in the first round is Lamar Jackson.
Right.
They're probably not going to do that. NFL Network has been saying they like Tannehill. This could be Derwin James. This could be Mika Fitzpatrick.
The Miami Dolphins select Mika Fitzpatrick.
There he goes.
Mika Fitzpatrick.
There he goes.
So, Derwin James, Vita Vea, or Geis?
Geis. I'm hoping Geis.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Geis. I really am.
Yeah. So how much? So what does that say for James? Talking about other teams having to trade above the Bucs to be able to pick him up. Here he is, still sitting on the board at number 12.
Who? Oh,
yeah, Derwin James.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could have been. That could have been a smokescreen that they sold Derwin James because they knew that he's loose lips, sink ships type of guy.
Right.
It's all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And all you got to do is say to him, if he's heartbroken right now and you end up picking him next, you just say, look, man, like we did what's best for the football team. We liked you as a player. We can't pick everybody, but we had 3 needs and we only had 2 picks.
Right.
Now we have 3 needs. Now we have 4 picks.
Right.
So buck up, little camper.
So the last time the Bucs traded down, a couple of years ago, we went from 9 to 11, picked up Vernon Hargreaves.
Right.
And what Jason Light said was Vernon was the guy that we were targeting the entire time. They felt like they could trade down a couple spots. He would still be there. So they literally traded down, picked up a couple extra picks, an extra pick, which they then turned around and wasted. But they got their guy and was able to turn around and turn it into a pick.
Right.
Are we looking at that same situation now?
I think if this pick is Derwin James, I think you will exactly hear that same thing out of Jason Light's mouth.
I think we're going to hear that same thing out of Jason Light's mouth, no matter who the pick is.
That's possible as well. That's possible.
Right. But I'm going to go ahead right now and call BS on that.
Okay.
Because I think it would have been one of the top 3. Their plan at 7 was not to draft whoever they're getting ready to draft right now. Their plan at 7 was to draft one of the top 3.
Their plan A.
Yeah. Right. So now once that plan A went out the window because they all got taken, they moved to this plan. That might be true.
And by Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Yeah. But
Zero Sugar, Max Pepsi Taste.
Come on,
What do
Bucs.
you call him BS on? I'm not exactly sure. What exactly are you calling BS on? I'm not exactly sure.
That the guy that they're getting ready to draft
it's the same guy they would have took at 7?
is the same guy they would have taken at 7 regardless.
Okay.
And that may be true once the big 3 were off the board. But I don't think that whoever they're getting ready to
Who
draft...
did you want at 7? Well, we were going to take Shaquan Barkley.
Who do you want at 7? All 3 are on the board. We're still going to take...
We're still trading back. No.
Yeah.
No, we talked about that last pod.
Right.
They had guys on the board that they don't move back for, and apparently they were gone. Mm-hmm. Or they don't need them.
Right.
Could have been a tight end.
So...
It wasn't a tight end.
Are you at all surprised that we traded back?
Nice. No, I'm ecstatic. Like, I think that's what everyone wanted. Like, it's like everyone, because like what I just said, it's like we have 3 needs and we have 2 picks.
Yeah.
We need more picks. And for but after the big 3, sort of the tier 1 guys at all those positions probably weren't going to be there at 38, you know?
Uh-huh.
So we drop down, pick up a couple, we get one of these tier 1 guys at 12, and we'll see what happens. You could package those late number 2s and get back up into the first and, you know, grab a guard, grab another corner, grab a running back. It all depends on who they take here at 12 if they don't trade back again.
Because I saw a couple people tweeting it.
There's no one really to trade back with anymore now. The quarterback's right.
You mean there's no one to trade back to get back into the first round later? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying right now for someone to come up and take 12.
Oh, yeah.
There's really, you're not going to get much for it.
I would be shocked if the Bucs found a trading partner right now. Anyway, okay.
Derwin James, Vita Vea, Tremaine.
According to Rick Stroud, we took O.J. Howard.
I wasn't even listening to you. I wouldn't be surprised Jair Alexander here.
Alexander?
Jair Alexander, the cornerback out of Louisville.
Oh, wow, okay. So it could be a cornerback. All right, so position needs, running back, cornerback.
No, cornerback, running back.
Cornerback, running back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here we go. Let's see what happens.
That is a beautiful stage. Look at all that red.
Yep. Just like the red end zones, Ren.
Stop.
With the 12th pick in the 2018
We're about to hear it.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Vita Vea.
Oh, Scott Reynolds was right. Holy cow.
And the cannons are going off.
Yeah, by the way, everybody, hey, they're shooting the cannons.
Vita Vea in a freaking whatever. Man, what's Scott Reynolds going to be like?
Oh, yeah.
Like right now. What's Scott Reynolds doing right now?
Patootie.
He's up there. I told you so. I told you so.
Wait, hang on.
He's doing a full-on dance.
I want to hear what the NFL Network guys have to say about this.
All right, we'll be back in a minute.
It might not fit, but it's pretty cool.
All right, Ren, well, the pick is in. Vita Vea is the guy. The fans here at Raymond James Stadium are streaming to the parking lot.
It's over. It's over.
But Vita Vea coming up. My first thought, this guy's at least going to be used to the heat.
Yeah, and the humidity.
Yeah, another Samoan-ish, I guess. I'm assuming that's where he's from. Stevie T and Vita Vea.
A Southern Pacificer, let's say.
Yeah,
because I'm not sure on either of them, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how all that works down there. So not trying to offend anybody. I just don't know.
Don't know.
It's pure ignorance.
Pacific Rim.
Ren, the very first words out of your mouth as soon as Vita Vea, after you went, was, my God, that defensive line.
Right, yeah. And then they showed a graphic up here, on the video board, that actually was on NFL Network, where it showed JPP, McCoy, Vea, and Vin Curry, and then we looked at each other and went, oh yeah, and Noah Spence,
and Will Golston,
and Bo Allen,
yeah,
and Unrein. Like, right.
And there's still Stevie T out there.
It's Stevie T, yeah, who might be leaving early in his van. Than he thought.
He was a 7th round pick, unfortunately.
So, that is, this is something that goes back to, you can you do pick up on this pattern now with Jason Light. It's like when there's a glaring need, I've always said he fixes it, but really he
I was going to say, has he over-fixed it now?
But he over-fixed it last year with wide receiver, and the year before that, I can't remember.
It didn't work out so well for us at wide receiver last year, though, Ren.
But it wasn't. It wasn't the wide receiver's fault.
I was going to say, let me back that up. we had pretty good wide receiver play last year, but it didn't translate to what we needed it to translate to.
Correct. And the reason the wide receiver was such a need that year, which was last year at this time, was because there were certain times at the end of the year where it was like, you throw to Mike Evans, there's no one else to throw to.
Yeah.
You know, Cam was out. D-Jax was out for most of the season. Then we kept losing our number 2 wide receiver. It seemed like week after week after week.
Right.
Hump was there, but, you know,
Gerald McCoy saying, "Here we go!" Tweeting.
He must be writing Peter Pan. Hang on, everybody. So, yeah. So now I'm going to sort of switch when there's a glaring need, Jason Light fix it. When there's a glaring need, Jason Light really fixes it.
Right.
Like really, because we went from having one wide receiver that wasn't a slot guy,
right,
to we had Godwin and we had Deshaun Jackson. I'm sort of trying to watch the draft as we're talking. Redskins are on the clock. Who cares?
Redskins are picking right now. It's Raymond James.
The Washington Redskins select Deron Payne.
Nope. Wow.
Defensive tackle, Alabama.
All right. So, okay, Ren, so you could say that we have solidified our defensive line.
Right. Yeah, I hope so. Even if half of them go down, we'll still have probably 4 guys that started in the NFL last year. If you take our starting 4 and they go down,
right,
we still have 4 guys that started a bunch of games in the NFL.
Right. Is it too early to right now I'm not even saying a prediction, an expectation of sack number? Worst sacking team in the league last year.
Right.
Where do we go this year in terms of sacks? That's the big sexy number everybody likes to look at.
I'm looking at like 67, 68. No,
Brent's shaking his head saying no.
No. Just in case you thought
I don't know what it's about 40, right? Like that's kind of a
40 would probably be in the top 3.
Yeah.
You know, 40's up there.
Right.
The year before last, the Bucs
we had 22 we had 22 this past year, which was enough.
Before that, we had 38, and I think we were 5th or 8th.
Okay.
So like 40 puts you somewhere in the top 5.
So if the Bucs don't hit at least
38,
let's go up. So you think 38? If it's 38, this will be
40. Let's make it 40.
If the Bucs don't hit 40 sacks this year, that's a disappointment.
It's underproduction.
Okay.
Underproduced.
Given what we now have.
That's
fair enough.
But then, because, you know, you got injuries and you don't know the scheme, and we really we all in love with Buckner right now.
Right.
But, you know, he could turn out not to be who we think he is. Like a lot of things has happened with this Buccaneer teams recently.
Right.
Coaches and players. Like they just didn't turn out to be who we thought they were. So.
Right. So Green Bay has just traded with our division rival, New Orleans Saints.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The people on TV haven't fixed it yet, but I just saw that. So
Donovan Smith was here? Oh, man.
I bet he's around somewhere.
I just saw on the Jumbo. No, they're all gone, man. They're gone. I just saw on the Jumbotron Donovan Smith with some pictures, unless that was taken some other time.
Man, this place is cleared out.
Oh, yeah, man.
Which I understand. I really do. It's school night. What time is it? It's 9:30. All right, Ren.
Yeah. Vita Vea.
Big guy. Nasty guy.
You know,
they were saying.
Everyone's probably like he actually was a running back in high school.
Right.
He ran like just over a 5 flat, like a 5.1 or something, or 5.0 something. He's what you want him to be as a nose guard / 3 technique. You can't move him in the run game. And he actually has the moves and the presence and the power to get some pressure on the passer. And I'm looking forward to him sort of chasing down some running backs on the backside. You know, when the defense strings it out and the running back slows down and try to make a cutback with that wash of Vea Vita Vea coming down the backside of the line and just taking the play out. So a little excited. Can't believe we did a 40 sack prediction. What are we doing?
Less than 5 minutes after the pick, it's 40 sacks.
3. Oh, here we go. Best sack ever in the NFL. Here we go.
Well, you heard it here on the PewterCast first,
120 sacks. No pass is ever going to be complete. Everything's going to have to one-step drop from the shotgun.
They're just going to start instituting the Wildcat every time they're playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, this I got to throw the ball. We're going to run the veer.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. I think I misspoke earlier. I think the Saints traded up to the Packers, or traded up with the Packers.
Yeah. That's
so
what
now
you
the
said.
Saints are on the clock.
That's what you said.
I think I said it the other way around. Green Bay traded up with the Packers, and Green Bay was on the clock. I think I flipped that around.
All right. I knew what you
but
meant.
whatever. So our division rival. The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because it's our division rival.
Yeah. Who do you think they're going to? I really haven't paid attention to.
I don't know. Who do the Saints need?
That's the problem. Like,
it's just whoever. I mean, they must feel like they need somebody.
Even though we have a really nice roster, we have the worst roster in the division because the Saints and the Falcons are stacked. Panthers have some holes.
Yeah.
But, and we don't have...
I'm going to give you a chance to amend that last statement then.
No.
You still think the Panthers roster is better than the Buccaneers?
The Panthers won 10, 11 games last year.
Okay, fair enough.
They play the same, it is something I would thought...
They got Olsen back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I thought...
Hey, but we got Charles Sims back.
I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm not ready. And I'm not upset about it. But I definitely would have liked Geis instead of Charles Sims right there. But you can't be upset with the Vita Vea pick. And Geis isn't off the board. I mean, Geis might fall to the late first round. If everything is... Okay, here we go.
Saints must really be... They traded a first rounder next year, plus like a late seventh round this year to switch in this year's draft. So Saints must have somebody they're really looking at.
They wouldn't trade up for Davenport. It's got to be Jackson. It's got to be Jackson. Which would make me
Breeze is on the downside. I mean,
well, he's 40.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. And I believe it for several reasons.
Oh, God. No, not Lamar Jackson in the NFC South.
They have a backup quarterback by the name of Taysom.
I don't know. Who's Lamar Jackson?
Heisman Trophy winner 2 years ago from Louisville.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He's skinny. He's he's not a prototypical quarterback, but he'll make your offense move, and he's a dynamic player.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
And I think Sean Payton is excited.
Oh no!
About potentially welcoming Lamar Jackson.
So Lamar Jackson comes to the Saints up.
Lamar Jackson is out there in the same offense for a decade. I tell you just, I'm with Sean Payton.
At least we won't have to face him for a couple of years.
Right. Vita Vea. Loved his outfit.
Yeah. He had the crushed velvet going too, I think.
And then the lays or whatever they call those.
Yeah, I don't want to try to the lay person.
Wow.
My dad stopped by for a few seconds during the podcast.
Wow.
With a dad joke.
Wow.
It's a lay, but it could have been called something else. Who knows?
Right. All right, Red. Well, we are back in the clubhouse now. Kind of wrapping this up. Bucs picked at 12. They picked the demigod Maui.
I love it. You always save something for me. Like when every time you introduce me on the pod, I know it's always something I have to off the top of my head have to have a rebuttal for right away. And again with the you saved the Maui for the recording. Okay.
Demigod Maui. Vita Vea is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's unlikely that we trade back up into the first. Right. And I might be wrong, but I've got a 3.5-hour drive home. So we're going to wrap up our show for tonight.
We're calling it.
I'm calling it.
Calling it in the third, late in the third.
Right. But it's already we're already at pick 20 where we are
Past
right now.
That, yeah, pick 20. I think the Bengals just win or going or whatever. So we're in the final last 10. We're in the final stretch.
You've had a little bit of time to think about it, to digest it. We already kind of gave our initial reaction, but the pick of Vita Vea coming to the Bucs. Derwin James slipped quite far.
Yeah.
Thought he could go at 7. He went quite far down the list.
Yeah, he ended up going to the Chargers at, I don't know what number
17, 18, somewhere around there. Yeah. Maybe 15. No, not 15. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Vita Vea. He's the guy we care about now.
Derwin James is dead to me now.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't like mock drafts. Because I don't have to worry about all those other guys. Now I just got to go watch Vita Vea tape.
You don't want to get heartbroken?
I just don't care.
Well, there's that too.
I don't do homework, Ren. I don't like. Anyway, Vita Vea, what do you think?
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is something I was just thinking before we went on. The Bucs traded down from 7 to 12, and they still got the best player at a position.
Right.
So as far as the interior defensive line, Vita Vea was the guy.
Now the argument though could be that this was not a position of need.
No,
I mean you can make that because when we did our show,
okay. Not
defensive
the biggest,
line was not really a position of need that we kept talking about.
I not kept talking about, but I did bring it up in the opening.
Yeah.
I said edge. I said the defensive line.
Right.
I said edge because Jace Pierre-Paul is 30. And
right.
Now
and Noah Spence is coming back off of surgery, and Will Golston had a down year last year.
Right. We do have Curry in them, but they're a little bit older, so
right.
You get somebody in the pipeline there. And then I said on the interior, Gerald McCoy is 30.
Right.
So it's a good pick. And I think the philosophy here
is
was
it a good pick though? Is it a good pick when Derwin James, Geis, these guys are still on the board?
Geis does hurt.
Yeah,
I really wanted.
You
Geis.
really wanted Geis,
and he's still up there. So who knows? Yeah. But yeah, I would have been like, you trade down from 7 to 12 and get Geis, and then get 2 second rounders. Oh my God, great! Yeah. But obviously, the Bucs had Vita Vea higher ranked than Geis as far as overall talent, and Jason Light said that they were going to get a guy that thinks going to be a Pro Bowl. Like we have guys at positions that we like, no matter what the need. And, it sort of happened last year with O.J. Howard, and now it happened this year with Vita Vea, where it's, that magic algorithm we keep talking about where need versus player ranking, matches up, and the two lines come to a point at an apex, and who's sitting there? Vita Vea, so they got him.
Yeah, I think it's, a lot of people making fun of the Browns for...
I'm not making fun of them.
No, but a lot of people are making fun of the Browns for taking guys they didn't necessarily need to take. Some people saying they could have taken Saquon first, gotten him. Baker Mayfield would have still been sitting there at 4. They could have gotten Mayfield and Saquon. Although the Browns wanted a quarterback and a cornerback, which is what they wound up getting. Yeah. So, maybe it's just not what the Browns wanted to do.
There's no guarantee Mayfield would have been there because the Jets are heavily rumored to like Mayfield at 3. Right. But, yeah, I think the biggest surprise so far, especially in the top of the draft, was Denzel Ward once again at 4. That was like, whoa, here we go. And it started a little bit like, oh, here we go, Baker Mayfield off the board.
You mean the Bucs?
Oh, by the way,
what?
I just realized I won the Bucs and Brews bet. Ben tweeted out earlier. He was like, you want to make bets? I said Mayfield's the first QB off the board, and the bet was for a case of beer in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Poor Ben.
All right. All right, Ben. Pay up, buddy.
Pay up. Chugga chugga chugga. Chugga chugga chugga.
I mean, look. I think it's a legit question of did we take a guy that we really didn't need when there were still other more glaring needs and guys still on the board to be able to take. But that said, I like Vita Vea. I like him as a pick. Yeah. I like him on this team. I said on our pre-draft show, I think I've said in several other places, the trenches. I want to see us get stronger in the trenches. Now, whether that was offensive or defensive, I was certainly leaning towards the offensive side, but I'm okay. And I still need to see more in the offensive side.
Right.
That whole right side of the line, it's still a big question mark to me. We got to do something there.
But a question mark because of injury, not a question mark because of play so much.
I don't care. It's still a question mark, and I want to get rid of the question mark.
Just clarifying. Okay.
Yeah, but you're right. Yes, because of injury.
Season doesn't start tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. But Titans just picked linebacker. Yeah, I don't care. Anyway,
Rashad Evans, Alabama.
All right, Ren. Well, let's wrap this up. People have been kind of following our little journey along here at the draft party here at Raymond James Stadium.
We bounce around from place to place.
Bounced around. We got to meet a few players tonight.
We did,
which is fun.
Yeah. They all heard of the podcast. Fake news.
Yeah. Yeah. We. Let's hear what else.
I think my favorite story is bumping into Ryan Jensen in the bathroom.
Right, and you weren't even there for it.
Sorry, I don't. right behind not wearing another grown man's name across the back of my back.
Talking to somebody in the John.
Is following another grown man into the John.
Right.
Like, I didn't
to be fair, he followed me.
No, I mean, for me to be there, I would have had to follow you. Where are you going, Brent? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Yes, we are not girls. So
you want me to hold your bag for you?
No.
You want me to tweet out something while you're in there?
Yeah, hold my bag while
hold your bag.
This is getting dirty real quick. All right, PG-13 show, Ren. But it's been a fun day. They had a lot of stuff going out on the field. The beer garden was fun. Mm-hmm. We got to go up in the pirate ship. First time I'd ever been in the pirate ship.
First time I'd ever been up there, too.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Got to sit on the deck up there. We got to sit on the west side. We're in the West Side Club right now. I can't wait to see the East Side. My tickets are on the East Side.
Right.
So I can't wait to see what the renovations are going on over there that should be ready this season.
There's not really that much of a difference.
There's really not.
But there's little things like the big football.
Yeah.
You know, like that's there, and it just it just seems a touch more updated. But as far as just like overall, like what's on as far as amenities and stuff, it's exactly the same.
It's pretty the same.
It just looks like a touch more updated.
Yeah. So we have all of that, but it's been a fun day here at the draft party.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for joining us. We are going to be back after the second round with the short little show. We'll recap.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it like as it's going on.
No.
And then we'll do the same thing on Saturday after the third round. So it just really kind of depends on when we can record these and get them. This one will be the hardest one to get recorded and edited and get out there. But Sunday night. You guys want to make sure you join us 9 o'clock live at mixler.com/ThePewterCast. We're going to be going live. We'll be taking, I don't know if we're going to take phone calls, Ren. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that or not. We might. I don't know. It just depends on how everything works out. But we're going to have a lot of people.
That's what I mean.
That's the plan. The plan, kind of like our pre-draft show, except we're all going to be together.
Right.
Not together. Like we'll all be on the call at the same time.
Right.
So that could turn into a glorious mess, but it should be a fun, glorious mess.
Yeah, no matter if it does turn into a glorious mess, it'll be a train wreck. Fun to watch. Fun to listen to. So
you guys, you guys do that. I want to say thanks to everybody who's joined us here in the off-season. We got to meet a lot of new friends. I tell a lot of people about the podcast. So this community keeps growing. Now tomorrow, Ren.
Yeah.
You are going to be at the Bucs Uncensored?
I'm going to the Bucs Uncensored party, yeah. That has been cleared through with the little lady. I wasn't sure if you were going to stay here and try to do 2 days.
No.
No problem. Yeah. So I didn't really...
And that's nothing against... By the way, that's nothing...
I really didn't want to... we're celebrities. Yeah, it's a microphone. You've seen one before. So I wasn't sure, maybe you wanted to stay for it or what your plans were.
Yeah.
Of course, you have your wife and you have your kids and all that type of deal. But so when you pretty much made it clear that you're either going back tonight or you're going to wake up early tomorrow and going back depending on how long the draft goes and where we draft, fall back and all that type of stuff. I cleared it with Cheryl and was like, I want to go to the draft party.
Yeah.
Would that be all right with you? And she always says yes, but, it's one of those things where...
It's called being in a relationship.
Yeah, you should ask.
You just, and to make it clear, this has nothing to do with the Bucs Uncensored party. It's just family obligations. I got to get back.
Yeah.
So that's all it is.
Yeah. And you live 3.5 hours away.
And news, my son, today, they had the first game of their T-ball playoffs.
Closed on a house.
And that's Ryan Jensen tomorrow.
Okay.
Found out they won tonight. My kid got a couple of hits off the pitches, not off the tee, which is really cool. Yeah, advancing my little guy. So we'll play for the championship on Saturday. I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
Excited to get out there and do that.
You're playing?
I say we for the T-ball team like I say we for the Buccaneers.
You're batting fourth, playing shortstop? Wonder why you're in the championship game.
All right. Well, this show has wandered and paused and gone off the rails so many times tonight.
It has.
Who knows what this is actually going to wind up like? If you guys are still listening to this show at the end of this particular episode, God bless you, because I don't know. But that's kind of the organic nature of a show like tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That we've been bouncing around. So you guys are awesome. We will definitely catch you. If you guys want to hit us up, we're at ThePewterCast on Twitter, Facebook. You can shoot us an email to ThePewterCast@gmail.com. Ren, do the thing.
Best place you can find me is on Twitter, @RenDax, REN_DAXT. I am always down to talk Buccaneers football.
And you guys find me at Brent Allen Live across all the social media platforms. And until our show tomorrow, go Bucs.